Today, we'll hear from internationally famed photographer Chris Cuffaro.
For people living with HIV, keep being you and ask your doctor about Biktarvy. Biktarvy is a complete one-pill, once-a-day treatment used for HIV in certain adults. It's not a cure, but with one small pill, Biktarvy fights HIV to help you get to and stay undetectable. That's when the amount of virus is so low, it cannot be measured by a lab test. Research shows people who take HIV treatment every day and get to and stay undetectable can no longer transmit HIV through sex.
Serious side effects can occur, including kidney problems and kidney failure. Rare, life-threatening side effects include a buildup of lactic acid and liver problems. Do not take Biktarvy if you take dofetilide or rifampin. Tell your doctor about all the medicines and supplements you take if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, or if you have kidney or liver problems, including hepatitis. If you have hepatitis B, do not stop taking Biktarvy without talking to your doctor. Common side effects were diarrhea, nausea, and headache.
If you're living with HIV, keep loving who you are and ask your doctor if Biktarvy is right for you.
Chris Cuffaro has worked with the world's most talented musicians and supermodels. And recently, I sat down with him to talk about capturing his favorite musical heroes. Chris, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Do you remember the first moment that you took a picture and you went, gosh, I'm actually really good at this, I can make a living out of it?
It was in high school. I used to go to a lot of funk concerts and R&B. And so I went to see Earth, Wind & Fire play in 1977. And I took a picture, brought my camera, snuck it in and took a picture of Earth, Wind & Fire on stage. And I ended up going to school and I made a bunch of 25 8x10 prints, and I sold all of them each for $10 each to my friends because they were all like, it's Earth, Wind & Fire. And so after selling all that, I was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And, then I started shooting models, doing model shoots. This playmate boyfriend was a famous music producer, and I met him and I shot him. And then that kind of opened the doors to shooting music. And then I realized I loved music so much that all of a sudden I got to shoot my musical heroes. I was meeting them and hanging out with them, and that changed everything. When you meet somebody you admire and they're really super nice, you know what that's like. It's like, oh, this is the best thing ever, right?
Yeah, who was that person for you?
Maurice White, the leader and founder of Earth, Wind & Fire. I got to shoot him for Musician Magazine. It was my second official music shoot. And then afterwards, he invited me up to the house to show him the pictures and to go over the pictures. And I went up to Beverly Hills and I hung out at his house. We hung out for the whole day, and he showed me, stacks of platinum records, talked about Earth, Wind & Fire. It was like, I'd won the lottery kind of a moment. And I just remember, I always tell people, I just remember driving home from Beverly Hills crying because it was just the most amazing moment. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to shoot everybody. I want my heroes. And so right from that point on, I was on a mission I made a hit list, and then I just went after that list.
You've photographed and you've had exhibitions, your greatest hits. George Michael.
I did an exhibition in 2018 in Australia called Greatest Hits George Michael at Black Eye Gallery, which was hugely successful in so many ways. But most of all, I really made a lot of George Michael fans happy. They're the most passionate fans I've ever met. To this day, some of them are now our friends all over the world. For me, the first shoot I did was on the Faith video. And George liked me, we clicked, and then I did everything for a year after that. Traveled, did the tour, did all the music videos. And I've said this a million times in my talks, he changed my life in so many ways. And he taught me how to party. He taught me how to have fun. He taught me how to, he was so difficult as a subject. It made me better. He just forced me to be my best. He forced me to work really hard. He was such a perfectionist, and I love that about him. And I owe him to this day. I can't thank him enough. And these exhibitions I've done almost 10 exhibitions now, and every one of them has been amazing. People love photography, people love music, and I tap into that nostalgia, and I love that. It makes me happy watching people. I love sitting outside the galleries, either opening night or afterwards. I just watch people go in, and then I watch them come out with smiles on their face, and I go, I win, And I hate to say it, so I'm going to go back. So you know how much Australia loves Michael Hutchence, right?
Well, yes, of course, in excess.
Exactly, like how great. So this exhibition I just had, we had to extend it 3 weeks, and people were there almost every day in tears and joy, and they love Michael, and I love Michael, and it was a great experience to watch people really celebrate his life. It was fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a really great experience talking to you, Chris Cuffaro. Thank you so much. If you want to check out Chris Cuffaro's work, check out cuffarophoto.com. It's all there, right?
Yep, it's all there, and Cuffaro hits for the project. I have too many websites, basically.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.